Hi, this is Zoilita Lester. Today is June 2nd, one day before my trip to New York to give tribute to Holy Christ of Bagazán. Please let me explain who exactly is Holy Christ of Bagazán. Let me tell you that here we all believe in different when it becomes a religion or our faithful belief. All depends how we grew up, how our parents teach us to believe what we are. Anyway, my parents were Catholic and they had a very strong faith in Holy Christ of Bagazán. Let me tell you the story. It says that one day a pilgrim was traveling from Chachapoyas to Rioja and to town of Bagazán. He became very tired and he fell to sleep in the desert. When he wake up, two of his livestock would disappear. He started to look for them when suddenly he heard a voice calling his name, Aspajo. He was wondering what exactly happened. It was a desert. No one was there. So he started to walk towards the voice, where it's coming from. And every time was coming stronger and stronger. The voice was coming from inside a cave in the town of Bagazán. Immediately, Aspajo went in and found a crucified Christ. He took it with him and traveled to Rioja to give it to the priest from the church. But the first miracle that happened right there was to the town of Bagazán to Rioja was 2 days walking, and he only did in 2 hours. Then all his livelihoods that was left in the town of Bagazán, all of them, including the two that was missing, it was right there in Rioja. All the pilgrims said that was the first miracle that Holy Christ of Bagazán did. In case of my parents, well, they had 11 kids. And so many, they didn't have no money to feed all of us. My father was a carpenter contractor. And sometimes was no job. And if it's no job, there's no food, there's no money, there's no nothing. Anyway, my mother and parents put us together to pray to Holy Christ of Bagazán, which he took it, the image from Rioja. Rioja is the main where he is, the image that was found in the town of Bagazán. There it is, that's his place. But then my father took a picture, took it to Chachapoyas, made the frame, and got a space for worship. They call oratorio. That was a place to pray. And after a prayer, my father had contract after contract. And I was very happy. So they start to do a big feast in June, usually. In June, second week of June used to be a big feast. This lasts like almost a week because prior to the big weekend, they used to have a prayer, came with a piano organ to pray, and we used to worship right in my house where my father made a place for Holy Christ of Bagazán. Then when came the Víspera, they call one day before the Mass, oh, they used to come lots of people to pray, and we used to have the music. And I remember the banda of Conila. Anyway, Saturday, which was over the weekend, the celebration, Saturday we used to walk, take it in procession to the image, to the church. The Mass was done there, and the image was left at the church. The following day, we used to go, listen the Mass, and bring it to the place of the house, my house, or my parents' house, actually. Anyway, there started a big celebration with the band of Conila, with firecrackers and all this food, tables and tables of food for lots of people, and almost lots of people from the town, they used to come to celebrate the feast. And that's the story about my parents with the celebration of Christ. But then, in the third day, they used to go to the town of Rioja to make another Mass there. And that's what it happened. Of course, I was the first and came out from Chachapoyas to go to Lima. I was 17 at that time. But then after, I took to my parents to Lima. And of course, they brought the image of Santo Cristo de Bagazán to the place in Chorrillos, Lima, Peru. He made his space for worship. Anyway, after my parents passed, it was there, the image. In one of my trips, I gave it to my sister Rosa, that she lives in Lima. And of course, she took all the picture and everything that my father had, took it to her place, and she did a place of worship in her house. In year 2021, my oldest sister, Irene, was very sick, dying with leukemia. Then my sister Rosa brought the image to pray with him and asked me to make a song about Holy Christ of Bagazán. I did. My sister Irene heard it. She liked it very much. After a prayer, yeah, she was okay, but she passed away in peace. The image was left in Rosa's daughter's house, Lourdes, which is in Pico, Newark. Now, got together with my sister Alicia to follow the footsteps of my parents, trying to do a Mass for Holy Christ of Bagazán. Tomorrow, June 3rd, is going to be the second year that they honor with a Mass, which will be in a church, St. Patrick, and of course after that will be the ceremony in honor of Holy Christ of Bagazán.